So this is number 59 from 3.9. So let's do quotient rule first. Here's quotient rule. Low, d high, the derivative constant 0, minus high, d low. So log and ln are both logs. So it's the same form. It's 1 over x. But if the base is not e, let me erase that. I kind of messed up. You also need ln of the base on the bottom. So that's low d high, high d low, over low squared. That's 0, so that's gone. So let me rewrite this. Now, some of you need to get practice in working with fractions. So one way to do this is to view this as a fraction divided by a fraction, and you multiply by the reciprocal. So you get negative 1 over x ln 4. And if you flip this, you would get 1 over log base 4x squared. So it's negative 1 over all that. All right, so that is one method. I will show you another method. Let me think here out loud. I thought I was going to tell you something. Oh, here's another way to look at it. This is in the denominator. It's on the bottom. So you just put that on the bottom and you'll get that. So with enough practice of working with fractions, you get faster and faster. Oh, yeah, that's on the bottom. Let's put it on the bottom. That's on top. Let's leave it on top. Let's take a look at another method that you might find better. So this time, we're going to rewrite this. Here's a secret that I've told you before. You should never use quotient rule when one of your things is a constant. So we're going to rewrite this. Now you don't see it, but there's a 1 power on that. So we can rewrite it, move it to the top, and it becomes log base 4 of x to the negative 1 power. So we are going to use chain rule. We have a function raised to the negative 1 power. It's boxed to the negative 1 power. And the rule we always use is the power rule. We bring the negative 1 in front, decrease that by 1, and then multiply by the derivative of box. So that's what we're going to do now. So it's going to be negative 1 in front, box, subtract 1 from the exponent is negative 2. So we need derivative of box. Well, what's the derivative of that? Well, it's 1 over x ln of the base. That's the rule you have for that derivative. Now we get the same answer because if you look, negative 1, there's a negative 1. That negative moves this to the bottom. There it is on the bottom. And this is on the bottom. So that's on the bottom. So it's the exact same thing, but it's a little easier if you rewrite it first, then you don't have to do the quotient rule.